Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for, this is for the week of August 19th. This week, you start off here with this card that says, choose a path. It says, there are many paths before you, but you may only choose one. You have this divine intervention. It says, angels are working behind the scenes to assist in the miracles you've requested. There you go. Love it. It's been a very lucky week so far. So, again, it does seem like there could be an increase in luck, or just people could be experiencing better luck, or kind of like lucky breaks or things like that. I will say the Tower has pretty much shown up for every single sign, so that that's happened. That happened in the mid-monthly readings, and you don't have it yet, but I don't know. There's still time, for the Tower to show up, right? And so, again, I do think that there could be some, weird stuff going on in the world, and you have the World card right here, or whatever the case may be, but we'll see. You have the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. This is really about, a deep commitment. The Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says, when you know that you know that something is for you, when you truly, truly believe that you can, make something happen, that's when you'll make it happen. And so I feel for a lot of you, but here's what I'm going to say, is that we go down two sevens. Two sevens together, to me, represents, internal fears that don't exist, and then you go to the Fool. So it's there could be some sort of fear that you have, or you could be fearing something where you need to take a leap of faith, or, I kind of feel this is something that you've been thinking about, taking a leap of faith, right, in your life. And so I do feel that it could be time for you to take a leap of faith towards something that you really are committed to doing. And again, you have the World card here. So this could be something, that is a big accomplishment or a big achievement. And the Seven of Wands says when you make that commitment, then that's where the success comes in. But with the Seven of Wands, we have to, it's a card of boundaries, and we have to put boundaries up. Again, it's there are all things, there are things that all of us, we know we need to do them, but we don't do them. It's usually those things, whatever they are, habits, belief systems, things that we have to work on. It's when we don't do it, we are not drawing a line in the sand. Again, to draw the line in the sand, we have to commit to something, and usually it's we have to commit to a change. And you go to the Seven of Pentacles, which would be changing the way you work. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, I feel pretty good about this Knight of Pentacles. Normally, I don't really like the Knight of Pentacles because he represents no movement or playing it too safe, but I do feel progress for you here, Virgo. So I think a lot of you, and you have several good cards here that really would represent progress, even in the Oracle cards. So I think that you are making progress towards your goal or towards work. Kind of for some of you on this Seven of Pentacles, I feel that the Seven of Pentacles is saying that, a small, just you're ready to move on to the next step is what I'm hearing. So, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's you've put in enough work into whatever step you're working on right now, and you're just ready for the next step. You have the Hierophant. I don't know, I get weird messages on this Hierophant as well. Some of you are afraid of being boring or something. I think that the Hierophant represents certain belief systems as well, or belief structure, and he is very structured, and he represents Taurus, a fixed sign, so he can represent very fixed beliefs. And I don't know why that's popping into my head, but I feel some of you are just, you don't want something to become routine, right? And that's really the message I'm getting here. That's not even what the Hierophant represents, but I read intuitively, so that's what I'm getting. This could be work or business. It's maybe you have a habit of working on a project or a business or an idea, and you kind of just, it becomes routine, and then you don't want to do it anymore. So it's almost like you are looking at an idea or an accomplishment that you have in mind with the World card, and you're saying to yourself that you don't want this to become routine, like I said, or you're saying to yourself I know I have a habit of only working on things for 2 years and then getting bored, and so it's you're hoping that something has more longevity than that. With the Seven of Wands, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is knowledge and wisdom. Great time for learning. It's a great time to look at the wisdom you've gained as well. A lot of us, it's a time of learning. I always say that Mercury retrograde is an amazing time to take things that you've learned and put them into practice, because you've already learned it. So it's perfectly fine to start something during retrograde that you've already, experienced or learned about. And I think that King of Swords is really about kind of turning knowledge into wisdom. With the Knight of Pentacles, yes, like I said, I felt really good about that Knight of Pentacles, and you have the Sun. So the Sun is the best card in the deck. And the sun brings in a lot of joy and happiness into your life, so plenty of joy and happiness. With the Hierophant, you have the Six of Wands. Yes, I feel like you will be successful. Again, I feel like some of you are literally just creating something that you won't be bored with. And really, that's the message I get off the Hierophant. But again, some of you might be thinking like, oh my God, am I going to get bored of doing this project, or am I going to get bored doing this thing? But I think the answer is no with the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is one of the cards of momentum. And so it really suggests that you're building a lot of energy that is going to carry you forward. So I wouldn't even worry about that. This could be about love as well. So again, maybe you're afraid that you're going to get bored of a person, or that a person is going to be boring. And I don't really see love here, but I'm just, throwing it out there. I feel like this is saying, no, this is going to, move forward quickly. You have this Raven card. It says darkness looms on the horizon. You have this Griffin. It says honor and good luck. Again, we see a lot of good luck here. You have that divine intervention, which says that the angels are working to bring miracles that you've requested. Again, the Raven, I feel could have to do with like the tower coming up for everyone. So who knows what's going to happen this week, but there could be some sort of global tower moment. Really obviously I would focus on the honor and the good luck that could be coming in for you. You have the Four Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Hangman. I feel like everybody feels like the Four Cups right now, just like that we're in this like holding pattern. We're waiting for things to happen and like nothing is happening. And it's kind of like that feeling like you're on the edge of a razor blade. It's like things are about to tip one way or the other, but you're not sure what's going to happen. And so I kind of feel people feel like that. The Four Cups also can represent like doubts that the offer that you're going to receive is going to be good enough. He's received these 3 offers in front of him, and now he has this 4th offer coming in, but he's not sure if he wants to grab onto it because he's been disappointed before. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like there could be any opportunity in any area of your life that's coming in for you right now, but you could be kind of like questioning it or hesitating on it or doing, whatever. So I think you could be thinking about that. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. So he's looking at what the work that he's done so far, and he's just changing direction. As I always say, this is my card that says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it to do all that work, or is there something better that you could be doing? It seems to me like a lot of people are changing work right now, and again, that doesn't have to mean that you're leaving your job. It could mean that you're just asking for a raise or promotion, or maybe you're asking your boss if he can just change up your routine or do things differently. So this could be any type of change, but again, I'm a big fan of work changes right now, as in changing the routine. And I think that if you're doing that, it's probably going to make it less boring if you're bored right now with that Hierophant card, right? And but you're going to have to speak up is kind of what the Seven of Pentacles says. You have the Hangman here. Again, I feel like you can no longer wait. We go Hierophant, Hangman to the Fool, and we even have the Temperance card in the area of the good stuff. And the Temperance card can represent turning like a positive into a negative, or you can turn a negative into a positive, right? But the Temperance card ultimately says that you are the one that is creating the change in your life. So I feel for some of you, it's like you've gained all the information you need about a situation in your life, and you're getting ready to take a leap of faith to make a change. With the Four of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords twice, going this way right here. Ten of Swords really is a card of a blessing in disguise. I'm going to show you on this one because it's just easier to see. But he is making the same symbol with his hand right here that the Hierophant is making on his card, and it represents a blessing. We have that Divine Intervention card, which says, the angels are bringing miracles into your life. So I feel like the Ten of Swords here could say that something that is that you are leaving behind or changing is going to be a blessing in disguise. This could also say that, again, I do feel some of you either are in a situation that is boring you, or you're afraid that something is going to be boring, but really, I feel that there are blessings coming in, so I wouldn't even worry about it. With the Seven of Pentacles, that didn't work. You have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold. I feel that you are actually improving your finances here because we have the Sun, Knight of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. It's like you are focusing on, working on better things or doing things that are more worth your time. Again, I think that the cheat code right now to the astrology is efficiency. So I think all of us there are probably just way more efficient ways that all of us can do everything. And, if we do the research, if we look for better ways of doing things, then we will find better ways of doing things. But we have to look, and so there are probably like way more efficient ways to do anything that you're doing, especially in regards to your finances. And again, if you've been doing your job like the same way for 20 years, then maybe it's time for an upgrade. Maybe it's time for a change. And if you discover those things, again, you will make more money. So, I would be looking for, better or more efficient uses of your time. With the Hangman, you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is about going on the adventure, and we are also definitely in a time of adventure because I think everything is too, home-based, right? So I think that, in a lot of ways, I just threw it, that anything we can do to be more spontaneous, to adventure, to explore, or to discover is going to be, it could literally be profitable for you. You could literally, discover a new way to make money, or you could discover something that fulfills you better. Same thing like if you're moving, for example, like ever since we had Saturn and Capricorn, which was like back in 2016, I've been saying to people like, now is the time. I literally said this back in 2016. Now is the time to like look for a deal, right? So if you can find some sort of deal or something, especially if you're trying to move, I would be looking for that. You're going to have to do your research, but also it's like one of those things where if you do your research, you might find a place to live that's like cheaper, that's better, and also you might get a job that pays you more money. So it's like win-win-win type of deal. And I keep telling people, like, if you're thinking about moving, look for a win-win-win. It's like maybe you have an idea to move in a certain town, but it's like maybe right outside the town, there's like somewhere cheaper that's better, and you save money, and maybe you get a job that pays you more money. It's like these are the types of opportunities that exist, but they're not just gonna, we're not magically going to discover these things. We do have to like dig for gold, right? We have to really, there's a gold mining saying, you have to move a lot of dirt to get to the gold, right? So you're gonna have to do your research. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this courage card and this gateway card. I think you're probably going to have courage to step through that gateway with the unicorn there, right? And, you have the world, and the world is a gateway. It is a portal. So I think that for a lot of you, you could be stepping through a portal. And I just realized that YouTube will ban me if I put boobies on my channel. So, that is the technical term, right? But let's give her a crappy bikini here. I never claimed that I went to school for fashion, so I definitely can't draw a bikini. But anyway, you have the world card. And the world represents an accomplishment or accomplishing something, but there is this portal right in the middle of the card, and it really is a card of birth. Not only that, in the major arcana, we go from the Fool to the World, and we start all over again as a Fool. You have the World, the Ten of Swords, and the Fool. So clearly, you are starting some sort of, or about to have some sort of new beginning in your life, and I feel like your future self is kind of encouraging you to cut out the dead weight, or cut off, it's kind of like, I see this more as like a tree in your life. It's like there are some dead branches that need some pruning, right? And I think that's what the Ten of Swords is talking about in your reading. It's like saying getting rid of the dead growth and allowing the new growth to come through and, reach the light. I feel like that is going to be what makes you very successful here with the Ten of Swords. So, the dead branches could be like old relationships, things that are holding you back, anything that's an anchor in your life, anything that is like holding you back or that you feel like is holding you back. I think a lot of you, removing yourself from those, whatever those things are, would be a really good idea with this Ten of Swords. I also do feel that some of you are seeing how an ending like was a blessing in disguise. So again, I kind of do get that, I do get that blessing in disguise energy here. You have the Fool. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith, so I feel a lot of you could be taking a leap of faith towards a new beginning. Obviously, again, you have the World to the Fool, and the Fool says that you are, jumping into something new. I think that you are heading towards something you can be loyal to. There's this little dog right here. The dog can represent loyalty, but remember what I said at the beginning of the reading. I think that some of you are like don't want to be bored by something, and I think that you are discovering something that you're going to do for a long time. I do feel like this is work or business related. But even if you're retired, it could be like your daily routine. It could be who you spend time with. It could be anything. With the World card, you have the Knight of Cups here. There is a little bit of love here. If you do want love, I do feel that some of you could be attracting a divine counterpart. Again, I would say that you're probably, maybe, what I will say, if I can spit it out, is that you will probably discover this person, if you're on a move, or, if you are moving. Or you could discover this person by adventuring out into the world. So I would get out into the world if you want love. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups, total fulfillment. It's like there are things that fulfill you. There are things that steal energy from you, right? There are dead branches that are weighing down the good branches. And I feel like the Nine of Cups is saying that your focus should be on fulfillment and doing the things that do fulfill you. With the Fool, you have the King of Wands. King of Wands is about like being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. And a lot of people get this like Wands energy nowadays. I think it's because that, again, we're just in a time where we have to be bold, courageous. You have this courage card. We have to be assertive, and we really have to go for what we want. So, it's like that very first card that says the angels are, bringing miracles you've requested. I think like that is true, but I also feel that you're going to get these miracles by, putting in the work and kind of making a change, right? You're clearly being guided towards cutting something out, or, I don't even think it's about cutting something out. I think it's more about removing anything that is dead weight with the Ten of Swords. Like it could be bad habits, it could be people, places, and things, it could be anything. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this card. It says, bring love into the situation. You have this full moon in Sag. It says, look at the bigger picture. Yes, we are in a big picture time. We have Pluto, in November going into Aquarius. I believe that Pluto in Aquarius will be a big picture time where, if you can, back up and get a bird's eye view, whatever it is that you're working towards, that's going to allow you to see like all the innovations that you could be making in whatever it is that you do for like work, business, but also all areas of your life, like even your love life. That Pluto and Aquarius energy could help you see like how you approach approach your connections as an individual, and it could give you that big picture that you need to see so you can like make things work in the future. You have the Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, and the Temperance card. Seven of Swords, is, some people say lying, cheating, stealing, but it's really a card of discovering other ways of doing things. Again, literally the time that we're in right now is, a time where, I believe that just discovering other ways to do your work is going to lead to the most success. It's coming up in the good stuff as well. Normally, the Seven of Swords, the guy has polka dots on his cloak, but not on this version of the Seven of Swords. So the polka dots in the tarot represent needing to have more fun, needing to be more playful, but it's coming up in the good stuff, so I feel like you are taking a more playful approach. You have the Three of Swords, and again, the Three of Swords showing up in the good stuff, which would say that you're probably forgiving the past or you're healing from the past. Again, Three of Swords and the good stuff would be you removing those swords from your own heart so that you can open your heart. And I think you had a card over here that said something about that, right? I could be wrong, or maybe it was your first card. I'm not sure, but I felt like we talked about, kind of like moving towards your heart or whatever, doing something that you actually want to do, and I feel the Three of Swords is helping you do that. You have the Temperance card, turning one thing into another. The Temperance card, we can turn a negative into a positive or a positive into a negative, and so I feel for a lot of you that you're just using your powers of alchemy, using your powers of manifestation or the ability to kind of look on the bright side is what this Temperance card is saying. With the Seven of Swords, you have the King of Cups here. Yeah, you have, this could be a fire sign or a water sign or a mixture of the two here. And so I do feel like you could be attracting love into your life. I feel like this could be someone who's, more unconventional with that Seven of Swords. Again, you literally could be attracting a person. I don't think they're a liar, cheater, stealer. It's showing up in the good stuff. But, I think this could be a person where it's maybe their approach to life is more unconventional, like the Seven of Swords. That he is using unconventional warfare. He's stealing those swords from the army in the background, so he's doing something in an unconventional way, and you could be attracting a person who does that in life. With the Three of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords. Sorry, I'm losing my voice today, but what I would say here is that I think you have discovered the truth of your heart, what your heart wants, and you're kind of moving towards it. So the Ace of Swords is the truth. It's also a victory, so you could be having a victory as well. With the Temperance card, you have the Three of Cups, blessings. That card says miracles, but it could also be blessings that are coming in for you. The Three of Cups is kind of like a blessed harvest. The Three of Cups, these ladies on the card are celebrating the harvest that they're having. So I kind of feel like there could be, really that divine intervention card could be saying that you are receiving a blessed harvest. You have this flirtation card. Everybody's had this card. Almost everybody, I should say. But, there could be a love connection where it starts out more flirtatious. It is also Sagittarius. And again, we see, kind of like some Sagittarius energy in this reading. We see a lot of stuff about adventure. So again, I think that if you want love, you'll probably be discovering it by going on adventure, like getting out of your house, doing something. So if you want love, get out of the house, right? You have this resistance card, probably that Seven of Pentacles, or I think we said something about resistance, like kind of not with the Seven of Wands as well. Needing to not give up on something, but really needing to believe that you can do something so that you actually do it. Next, you have this indecision card. I feel like saying it's time to make a decision. This lady here on this card, it's like there is an angel over here that's trying to guide her towards the choice. And so I feel for a lot of you, you are being guided. And, again, that divine intervention card could be, maybe the blessing or the, miracle that you're receiving is help making a decision. And, you could be getting a lot of sign symbols, synchronicities, things like that. Like, I don't know about you, but I always see like 10 times more repeating numbers during Mercury retrograde. So, again, I think Mercury retrograde sometimes were led during that time. You have this publicity card. Yeah, you have had for like months now. You have had very good cards of attention. You even have the sun here as well. So for those of you that want attention, if you want to work on social media, or if you just want to get attention just in general, I think that there really is good attention coming in for you. And finally, you have this excitement card. I think we all need to move towards excitement. We need to move towards joy, love, joy, happiness. So if you do that, things will get better. But looks pretty good, again, here, Virgo. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.